Officially, Divine Mercy shapes my ministry as a successor of Saint Peter. Divine Mercy configurates my personality, my mission. Christ, merciful Christ, before me, behind me, on my right, on my left, within me, and He will transform me all the time. The Holy Father is more and more convinced that when we have difficulties in our life, when there are troubles, when we are faced to the mystery of evil, we have to get in a very intimate relationship with the Divine Mercy, with Christ as Divine Mercy. Just after the 11th of September, he decided to go to Krakow for the last time you remember, the 18th of August, year 2002. Just after the 11th of September, he decided to go there. And being in Krakow, on his last pilgrimage to Krakow, his last visit, he called the Universal Church to the Divine Mercy, saying, "It is not my call, it is the vocation of the Church according to the Gospel." This is the root of the Gospel. And so he was writing in Dives in Misericordia, the whole Church should be more aware and more motivated by the mystery of Divine Mercy in its whole mission, in its life. So from Krakow, speaking of new evangelization, he said the paradigm of evangelization is Divine Mercy. Is Divine Mercy. The key for new evangelization is Divine Mercy. May all Christians, all Catholics become like Christ, merciful, as He is merciful. This is the unique key of a true new evangelization. And further, calling the Universal Church from Krakow to the mystery of Divine Mercy, he said, "I dream that the parishes, the dioceses in the world, that they may reformat, as we do for hard disk in our computers, that they may reformat the pastoral programs of the parishes, of the dioceses, of the associations, of the congregations, reformat these plans with Divine Mercy as paradigm." Why? John Paul II, all the time so clever, was convinced that in our time we need new ways to struggle against evil, as we experience not only political evil when you have an occupation like the Nazi or Soviet one, but also economic evil. The whole world, in Ireland too, especially Ireland, Spain, France, all over Europe and the world, how to fight against this, to put a limit to this evil. I was at a very interesting congress in Rome 2 weeks ago, presided by Bishop Cancian, who is the official coordinator for the Bishops' Conference in Italy for Divine Mercy, and presided by himself, a young bishop, and by Cardinal Barbarin. And there were interesting lecturers. One of them was an economist. And he was explaining how the spirituality of Divine Mercy could change now our way of our economy today in our world. To set a limit to evil in economics. Also, and this is the way I discovered the importance of divine mercy through interreligious dialogue. I am born in France. I never heard of divine mercy or Faustina. Trying to find my roots, so one of my grandfathers was a Pole, and so I tried to find my family there. I studied 1 year in of philosophy in Lublin, not in Dublin, but in Lublin, in Poland. And some of my friends invited me to discover Krakow, Faustina, and Divine Mercy. Well, I discovered, as a matter of fact, I was somehow interested in the spirituality, but then my theological studies in Italy, Divine Mercy vanished a little bit. Well, I forgot. I have been sent to the Holy Land for 2 years, teaching in Bejala, in Bethlehem, in Jerusalem. And there, divine mercy returned in my soul, in my heart. Because every morning, you know, Muslims, they wake up at about 4:30. Well, at least they are called to pray at this time in the Holy Land. And every day, I was woken up by the muezzin singing and inviting me to the prayer to the God of mercy. I did not experience that as a mercy of God, really. But every morning at 4:30, the muezzin was calling me, because I was waking up, to the divine mercy, telling me, remember of the God of mercy, the very merciful, twice, very merciful, very tender Allah, God. Oh. And it was during the first Gulf War. So we were trying to find ways to speak with the Muslims, with the Jews, with Christians, and with everybody. And so we discovered that a very good way to have meetings with other Christians, first of all, with Jews and with Muslims, was to discover the mercy of God in our traditions. Of course, it's different, but we speak of mercy. Every religion feel called by the God of mercy. And it was very interesting. We had very, very spiritual meetings, and so very rich for peace and for a new kind of solidarity. This is the way I rediscovered the divine mercy in my life. The mercy of Jesus, his Son of light and love, manages to put an end to my. John Paul II invited the whole church to discover again divine mercy. It is also, and we must accept this, it is also, most of all, the more we open our doors to Christ, to merciful Christ, the more He will put a limit to our evil within the church. Yes, we see that in the book of Revelation. 7 bishops, 7 churches, only 2. The Lord likes only 2 of them. It means that we have to face this mystery in our communities, in our churches, in our parishes. And divine mercy is to help us, to hand in hand with Christ, to put an end, to put a limit to the development of evil. So this is, divine mercy is really a message more than a message. It is an inspiration, it's an engagement for our time. Yes, really.